Welcome you all to the course Database Management System. Myself Mohammad Asifuddin Mondol, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Narula Institute of Technology. And this is lecture number 11 of this course. And these are the topics which I am going to cover in this lecture. First, I will discuss about deletion operation, next insertion operation and updation operation. Now, the first thing is modification of database. Now, as of now, whatever relational algebra operation we have done on a relation is only information extraction or information fetching from a database. But apart from information fetching or apart from extracting the information from the database, we can also perform several other operations on a relational database. Like we can delete a record or delete a tuple from the database, which is known as deletion, or we can insert a new record or we can insert a new tuple into a relation. This is known as insertion. And updation means we can update a particular attribute's value of a particular entity in a relation. So deletion, insertion, updation as a whole, they are known as the modification of database. So these three operations, deletion, insertion, updation operation, can be performed and can be expressed in relational algebra operation. And basically these operations are executed with the help of assignment operator. Now first, what is a deletion operation? It is basically an operation by which we can delete a specific record or specific tuple from a relation or from a database. In other previous operation, what we have already seen in relational algebra is that we are displaying the result. We fetch the result, fetch or extract the information, the result from the database, and we simply displaying it to the user. But here our objective in the deletion is to delete a particular record or particular tuple from a particular relation or database. And important point is that we can delete only whole tuples. This is very vital. We can delete only whole tuple, means we can delete a whole record or whole tuple, but we cannot delete a particular value on a particular attribute. Means we cannot delete a value against a particular attribute, rather we can delete the total record, total tuple. Now deletion is expressed in relational algebra by this form, and this symbol, the arrow symbol, is known as assignment operation. The objective of assignment operation is to assign some value, assign some record to the relation R. Here R is the relation and E is the any other relational algebra query. So explain it with an example. Suppose delete Smith's account record. For that, first we have to decide the relation on which we want to perform the deletion operation. As we know that the customers who have an account, their name is stored in depositor relation. So name of the customer who have an account, that information, the customer name information, stored in depositor relation. So first of all, we have to select the customer name whose name is Smith from the depositor relation. That is why we are performing the selection operation on the relation depositor where customer name is Smith. So that means among the several records or the several tuple from depositor relation, only a specific record is selected whose name is Smith. So this will produce a single tuple, a single record whose name is Smith. So that particular expression, pi customer name Smith depositor, that particular query will produce a tuple whose name is customer name is Smith, and it will produce the corresponding account number. So that particular record will be deleted from the relation depositors. How we can delete? With the help of that minus sign. So what is the significance of that line? Depositor means the original relation which have set of records or set of tuple, then minus a specific tuple or specific record whose name is Smith. So if specific record, the specific Smith record, it gets subtracted or deleted from depositor relation, and then with the help of this assignment operator, that result stored in depositor relation. Suppose depositor relation has 10 customer record, the number of customer is 10, minus Smith records is deleted, so now it becomes how many records? 9. So that 9 customer records, that means the 9 tuple consists of customer name and the account number, will be reassigned to the depositor relation with the help of this assignment operation. Let's take another example. Delete all loan with amount in the range 0 to 50. That means we have to delete all the loan information whose loan amount in the range of 0 to 50. So that information is stored in the loan relation. So we have to perform the delete operation on the loan. So first of all, we have to select all the records or the loan record whose amount belongs to 0 to 50. So we have to perform selection operation. Select on the relation loan where amount is greater than equal to 0 and amount less than equal to 50. That means all the records will be selected from the loan relation whose value lies between 0 to 50. So that query may result 3 or 4 or 5 records, though satisfies that condition, and all the record will be subtracted from the loan relation and will be reassigned to loan relation. So if initially loan relation has 10 record and if that query produced 2 records, so ultimately 10 minus 2 means total 8 number of records will be assigned to relation loan. The next modification in database operation is insertion operation. Insertion operation, as the name implies, a database or relation have some existing set of data and we can add new data or new set of information or new tuple into a existing relation. This is known as insertion. Now it is represented in relational algebra in that form. Now arrow is the assignment operation. So R is the relation where we want to insert a record. Now E is the expression. Now we can either specify a tuple or we can specify a record which we want to insert in a relation, or we can here represent or express in relational algebra expression E whose produced result is a tuple can also be inserted. That means R is the base relation which consists of set of records. Union E is any relational algebra expression which produce a record or set of records, so that will be union with the original relation and that combined value is assigned to relation R. So here instead of E or the relational algebra expression, we can express or we can directly write the required tuple. For example, if you want to store a student record, so student within brackets student name comma roll number comma marks, we can write it over here. So either we can write expression E or we can directly write the tuple which we want to insert. So take an example. Suppose we want to insert a Smith's record. Suppose Smith is a new customer who have an account in the bank. Suppose the new customer Smith has account number is A973 and in the Smith's account has amount is $1,200 and the account is in the base branch. That information we need to insert in the relation. So for that we have to decide the relation on which we want to perform insertion operation. Now in that particular example we have to perform the insertion operation on two relation, because all the account related information are basically stored in two relation. One is the account relation, other one is the depositor relation. As you know, in the relation account, it contains the account number, it contains the corresponding branch where the account is in, and the amount of balance a particular account number has. Whereas in the depositor relation, it has the account number and the corresponding customer name. So in that example, we have to perform the insertion operation on two relation, account and depositor. So how to insert? First you have to specify where you want to insert. So this is the account where I want to insert the record. As I have mentioned, you can either directly put the record or directly put the tuple which you want to insert. In that example, the account number is A973, branch is Paris branch, as it is a string, it's within double quotes, the amount $1,200. So that is the record, I am directly putting it. So that information is union sign united with the account, means the existing information. Suppose account has 10 record and this is the new record. So by combining these two, we are getting total number of 11 records, and that records are reassigned to the relation account. Similarly, we have to insert the record into the depositor also, because these are the account number, branch and the amount information already stored. Now the customer name has to be inserted, and the customer name is stored in the depositor relation. So that is why you have to mention the relation where you want to insert. In that case, the relation is depositor, then union sign, and then I am again directly putting the tuple. The name is Smith within double quotes, as it is string, comma account number. So these records are inserted, are combined with the depositor relation. Suppose depositor has 10 records, so this is another records, so it becomes 11, and that is reassigned to the depositor relation. So that is how insertion operation are expressed in relational algebra. The next operation is updating. Updating means database contains set of records. Suppose in future we need to change a value against a particular attribute for a particular record, then we have to perform updation. For example, suppose in a student database set of records are there. Suppose it stores student roll number, student name, address and phone number. Suppose for a particular student we need to change the address, then we can change the particular student's address with the help of updation operation, and it is expressed in that form: r arrow pi f1 f2 dot dot f I r. That means that form actually represents that it's a generalized projection operation performing on relation R and reassigned to R, where f1 f2 fi, this represents the projection list, and here the projection list means as it is in the generalized projection form, that means in the projection list f1 f2 we can perform the arithmetic operation. So let's take an example. Suppose the interest payment are being made at some point of time, and that all branches are to be increased, the balance are to be increased by 5%. So whatever the customers accounts are there, all the customers balance are increased by 5% due to the payment of interest. So how to update? With the help of generalized projection operation. So similarly, again first we have to decide the relation on which we want to perform the updation operation. Here, as the balance needs to be updated, and the balance information is stored in the account relation. We have to perform it on the account relation. That is why we have to write account. Then generalized projection is represented by pi. Then in a projection list, you have to mention all the attribute which is in the account relation. First is the account number, second comma the branch name, and then third attribute is the balance. Now balance needs to be updated by increasing the 5%. For that we are going to perform the arithmetic operation. So balance into 1.05, that means the existing balance is multiplied by 1.05, which is increment of 5%, increased 5%. So that particular expression, this is the expression, that particular expression produce a relation with the custom account number, branch name, and balance. Existing balance will be multiplied by 1.05. So that total record is reassigned with the help of assignment operator to the account relation. That means the account, in the account relation, account number, branch name are same, but the balance gets updated. Suppose that account with the balance over $10,000 receive 6% interest, whereas all other accounts receive 5% interest. That means we have to update the account record, and whose balance are, for those balance are greater than $10,000, they will get 6% interest. Otherwise, the rest of the customer will get 5% interest. So how to express it in relational algebra operation? The first thing, we have to decide the relation on which we want to perform the operation. Definitely it's the account relation, because balance related information stored in the account. So this is the account. Then first we have to select those record or those tuple whose balance is greater than 10,000. So that is why we have to perform the selection operation on the relation account where balance is greater than 10,000. So that particular expression will produce a set of record or set of tuple. On that set of record or that set of tuple, we are going to perform updation with the help of generalized projection. So pi, an means is the short form, is the abbreviated form. It should be account number, comma branch name, comma balance. Balance is updated or multiplied with 1.06. So this generalized projection operation is going to be performed on this relation set. So this relation set's balance will be updated with 6% interest. Then we have to select those record, those tuple whose balance is less than $10,000. So select from account relation where balance less than 10,000. So this set of record balance should be updated with 5% interest. So again, generalized projection, account number, comma branch name, comma balance is multiplied by 1.05. So balance get the 5% interest. And so this is a set of information and this is a set of informations, and we are putting a union operation. So this set of information and this set of information are combined, united, and reassigned to the account relation. And these are the references. For more details you can refer to the number 1 as well as book number